Are you looking for unique experiences on Kauai that'll leave you and your family with unforgettable memories? From tubing through the Lihue plantation to indulging in mouth-watering local cuisine on a Hanalei food tour, we've got you covered. And don't worry, Mom and Dad, we've got some exclusive treats just for you at the Koloa Rum Company. So grab a Mai Tai, put those Wayfarers on, and come join us as we reveal the top unique things to do on Kauai.
Aloha! Welcome to Hawaii's Best. Here, you'll learn what to know before traveling as we discover Hawaiian culture, local businesses, and the experiences that make Hawaii one of the most incredible places in the world. And now, your host, Bryan Murphy.
Aloha and welcome back to Hawaii's Best, the podcast that brings you the culture, the must-sees, and the secrets of the Aloha state. I'm your host, Bryan Murphy, and today, like I mentioned, we are jumping into an unforgettable journey to the lush, enchanting island of Kauai. In this episode, we're diving into our top 5 unique things to do on the Garden Isle, and I know there's tons of other things to do as well, and we've included a few more with our blog post, 29 Things to Do on Kauai for your next visit to the island. And you can get that in the episode description of this podcast. So I want to jump right into it. And the first one I think is pretty unique because you can't do this on any other island. It's a tubing adventure. Now imagine just hanging out with your family or friends, floating down open canals surrounded by the stunning tropical landscape of Kauai's sugar plantations. Now, I know that sounds like a dream, but this is actually an experience that is one of a kind. It's a mountain tubing adventure with Kauai Backcountry Adventures. The mountain tubing adventure, it's perfect for ages 5 and up who are, I'd say, generally in good physical condition. There's some dark patches within this. So if, you have a little one who might be a little scared of that, just be aware. For the most part, it is super relaxing as you navigate the beautiful scenery, flumes, and tunnels. And when I say it's unique, I really mean it. Like I said, this is the only tubing activity of its kind on Kauai. Number 2, visit Limahuli Garden and Preserve. All right, so now that you've had a blast on that unforgettable mountain tubing adventure, let's talk about another must-see spot on Kauai that's perfect for nature lovers and those interested in Hawaiian culture. So picture yourself strolling through a lush tropical garden with a rich cultural heritage. That's Limahuli Garden and Preserve, one of the 5 botanical gardens on the island of Kauai. You know what I love about Limahuli is that it's not just about the stunning landscape and over 1,000 plant species on display. It's also a place where you can immerse yourself in traditional Hawaiian ways of life. You'll find ancient sites like sacred heiaus, which are temples nestled within the garden, and it gives you a real sense of the island's history. That's one of the cool things about this experience is it's not just a cool experience, but it is also a way to learn more about the culture of Hawaii and specifically the history of Kauai. If you love photography, Limahuli is a dream, and with an average rating of 4.5 stars on TripAdvisor, it's no surprise that many visitors consider this one of the top experiences on Kauai. Now, it's important to know that you can choose between a self-guided tour or a guided tour to learn about the history and significance of the plants in the garden. Located on Kauai's north shore, the garden serves as a refuge for those rare and endangered plant species, protecting Hawaii's delicate ecosystem. If you're planning a visit, it's a good idea to make an online reservation, especially if you're driving to the garden. This way, you're guaranteed a parking spot. The self-guided tour takes about an hour and a half, and you want to arrive around 15 minutes before your reservation. The ticket price currently for adults is $30, but if you're arriving by the North Shore shuttle, you'll get a discount. So that's something else to consider. Don't forget to bring a water bottle, comfortable walking shoes, sun protection, rain protection, and insect repellent, all that good stuff. Make sure you have that packed and ready to go. And as you make your way through the garden, envision what the valley might have looked like when the first Hawaiians arrived and learn about the plants that traveled with them in their canoes. Number 3, visit Aloha Island and Canoe. All right, so now that you've had a blast on that unforgettable mountain tubing adventure, let's talk about another must-see spot on Kauai that's perfect for nature lovers and those interested in Hawaiian culture, local businesses, and the experiences that make Hawaii one of the most incredible places in the world. And as you make your way through the garden, envision what the valley might have looked like when the first Hawaiians arrived and learn about the plants that traveled with them in their canoes. Up next is take a shelter dog on a field trip. This is a program through the Kauai Humane Society, and it's a fantastic way to give back while enjoying your vacation. The program allows visitors to take one of their shelter dogs on a day trip around the island. Not only do you get to enjoy Kauai's stunning natural beauty with a furry friend, but you're also helping these dogs socialize and potentially find permanent homes on the island. So it's a win-win situation. You can choose from a lucky few dogs who get the chance to explore beyond the shelter, and the whole experience is designed to be budget-friendly as well. This program was created in honor of Gian Metta and has become super popular amongst visitors who want to make a difference during their stay. Now, to get started, you can schedule a pickup time, and the staff at the Kauai Humane Society will match you with the perfect field trip buddy. They only ask for a non-refundable donation of $40, which helps cover the cost of running the program and taking care of the dogs while they patiently wait for their forever homes. And the program also requires a $200 deposit just in case the dog isn't returned. But don't worry, it's just a precaution. You'll get that back if you return the dog. But if you fall in love with your field trip dog, the Kauai Humane Society can help you adopt them, even if you live off the island. If that's you and you take this dog out and you can't part with this adorable dog, there is an option. So be sure to talk to them at the Kauai Humane Society. All right, next up is a food tour in Honolulu. One of the things I love doing is exploring local cuisine while traveling, and this is a perfect opportunity to taste the island's unique flavors while getting to know the charming town of Honolulu. So for about 2 hours and around $119 per person, you can meet chefs, business owners, and locals who are passionate about their food and culture. It's well worth it. Yeah, I've heard great things about this tour from over 100 reviewers who describe it as both tasty, obviously, and informative. Definitely something to put on the list and consider. There are a couple tour options like Ono Kauai Food Tours and Tasting Kauai, and the Honolulu Walking Food Tour stands out because it truly immerses you in Kauai's community. You'll get to sample native produce and learn about local traditions tied to the island's food culture, which is so much about culture, right? When you're traveling, the food is the culture and the culture is the food. And with this, you get a lot of that. It's not just all about eating delicious dishes. It's about experiencing a slice of this unique culture while you're visiting. And as you visit Honolulu, you know it's more than just a food paradise. This beautiful town is also known for its beautiful waterfalls, beaches, and rich farming and culinary history. There's so much to do before and after the food tour, like surfing lessons, hiking, kayaking, all that good stuff. You can even take a boat tour from Honolulu to the legendary Kaanapali coast or listening to music live at Tahiti Nui. All right, speaking about Mai Tais at Tahiti Nui, let's talk about number 5, the final thing on our list, and that's tasting the flavors of Hawaii at Kaloa Rum Company. We actually had Kaloa Rum Company's president on the podcast, and I'll link that down in the episode description. You get to hear even more in-depth history about Kaloa Rum. So this one is for you, mom and dad. You got to be 21 years or older to, participate in this. But the grounds of Kaloa Rum Company are definitely family friendly, but there is this tasting experience that obviously you need to be 21 years or older to participate in. But you'll have the chance to taste the flavors of Hawaii through their handcrafted rums with options like white, gold, coconut rum. There's definitely something that will suit your palate. This is if you travel Hawaiian Airlines, this is that rum punch pour. This is the company that it comes from. So that's kind of cool. You can take a bottle home. Unopened, of course, but you can grab a bottle for yourself there and pack it away in your check bag. You can take a little bit of Kaloa Rum home with you. And plus, if you're looking for something special, they do have all-natural Hawaiian blends featuring their signature white rum with tropical flavors like guava and mango. So there you go. The tasting room and retail store are located at the plantation in Lihue. And again, when you visit Kaloa Rum Company store at the plantation, you'll feel like you're stepping back in time to the old plantation days. Since opening in 2009, the tasting room has welcomed nearly 1 million people. Now, they allow about 20 guests per tasting, so it's an intimate and fun experience. The tastings are booked on a first-come, first-served basis, and they don't take advance reservations for this, so keep that in mind. And you obviously, like I mentioned, you'll need to be 21 or over, have your ID, your physical ID ready, and I recommend arriving early to put your name in on the list so you get a preferred time spot as the spots fill up quickly. So there you have it. As you can see, there are so many things to do on Kauai. Don't be overwhelmed. Take some time, get a rental car and explore all the sides of Kauai. So for a full list of things to do on Kauai and even more insider tips, be sure to check out our blog located in the description of this podcast episode. Again, you don't want to miss that. And again, thank you so much for joining me today on this episode of Hawaii's Best. And until next time, be well. Aloha.
Mahalo for listening to this episode of Hawaii's Best. To stay up to date on future episodes, please subscribe and visit us at hawaiisbesttravel.com.